We do the thing.
We're gonna start that
As a
right
person. He's on camera. So.
He is on camera.
He's so cute.
That'll lower our ratings.
Nielsen's rated
Great. Yeah, 3 thumbs up. All right. Well, another session of Dungeons with the Multiverse, and we have the 3 people today because one of them is horribly sick.
Sam.
And the other
Can
one,
it be both?
the other one's no longer with us because he's decided to go off to a better place.
No, it's not a bad thing.
Okay, fair enough. Tomato, tomato.
Uh-huh.
He's starting his his smuggling of goods in the United States.
Yeah, that's what I heard Milwaukee's turning into. Milwaukee Tool Company.
Yeah.
Turning into
Let's not
smuggling.
start that. Let's not start that rumor.
Man. It's recorded.
Like,
Dave, if you want to recap what happened last session where we kind of left off, and we'll go from there.
Really does.
Anything else? Another
Our journey started by leaving Gloomy Falls. Nope. Smoky Brambles. Here we go. Gotta get the right cities to write it down. As we're heading out to the Bastion, to get the Bastion all set up. James hand out money as usual, because he's Mr. Moneybags. After betting the ship. Twice. Bet the ship. What happens if we bet? We'll start up.
It's a bunch. That's what he said, yeah.
So we decided some stuff that we're going to do with the Bastion, including getting the armory started up, people picking up their rooms, an aviary started, a torture chamber started, and I realized what it feels like to get mail from the cell towers. It's a tingling feeling all down in my repository. The High Council is very concerned that they haven't heard from us. So we sent them a very ambiguous message and debated for a while as to whether or not we should tell them the truth.
how high are they?
What? They're blazing.
What now?
What?
Who did what
Oh,
right now?
that's where I went. Chiba. Thanks for reminding me.
What?
What? That's where I went to lunch today. We got distracted with Cooper's Hawk. And Chiba Hut was the answer.
Then we decided to head to Gloomy Falls from the Bastion. We found a fallen who had very, very, very recently fallen, as in right in front of us, and made a nice big old crater. We then turned him into a...
Newt.
We turned him into a Girthy.
Yeah.
That's right. Girthville likes to be called Girthy. Nope. There it is. What did we turn him into?
Midget.
A newt.
Midget. Should be in here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Fuck into a midget. There it is. A mouse pigeon. That is correct.
Horrifying picture that was up on the screen.
Wonderful picture that was up on the screen. But either way, he's our new buddy. Girthy enjoys riding around inside me. And as we made it towards Gloomy Falls, we saw a NASCAR-style column of vehicles driving into town, which appeared to be some sort of high-performance, as we would know them as player characters. We would know them as some sort of closer to a Formula One race car. In game, somewhere between a souped-up what was cart. And then we have a whole list of different teams that we started understanding where they're from.
Nobody can
Told him to suck on it for a little bit.
Yeah. That's the note.
Well, we didn't even make it through introduction before you got sexual.
Please don't bite down, it'll hurt.
You should suck on that. Suck on that.
Can I know you're gay? That. Because I have Aqua on my playlist. Oh, that's right.
In case we forget, it was said by
Which one?
All of it.
This part, you should suck on that for a few minutes. I was like, yeah, all of that.
I don't know what happened.
It's hard. You should shut up.
We'll decide. Have any of you guys ever done the Milwaukee Mile? Like, we're talking about race cars. Milwaukee Mile race.
Like watching it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did once.
I think I did it at one point in time.
I had to go by today and they had a poster up for it.
Yeah,
and I was
they're
like,
bringing it back to the Milwaukee Mile. It had been kind of like obsolete for.
They had literally shut down. Yeah.
I just hadn't seen it ever, so I was just like, oh.
I was young. I think Uncle Tommy took me.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was an event one time as a family.
Well, all right. So you guys ended the session last time going to sleep at the Blue Ox because James bought you rooms there. Who is Gerthel sleeping with / rooming with / where was he staying?
Not me.
Yeah, you weren't sleeping.
No, was I?
Yeah, it's
And that's a loaded question, because you just asked who you were sleeping with.
well, I gave lots of options.
Well, when in doubt, go
James.
with someone who's not here.
James.
James.
Well, I saw the really frightened look on his face.
Well, he went to bed with a midget and he woke up with a fallen.
Oh my god!
It's like going to the club.
Leave with a pterodactyl.
Jeff had something for everyone.
So you guys, when you wake up in the morning, you hear from James's room the cries of somebody like talking in their sleep,
Oh, okay.
not getting violently fiascoed. I'll just leave it as fiasco.
There's a character named Adam in the room being silent. That's the craziest thing.
Oh, and spelled out all fiasco for all our listeners.
He ruined the surprise of fiasco.
I should really, like, I mean, I don't know. Like, it's like I can switch out cameras. Bam, look at that.
Boom.
See, this one's
That's
still works.
definitely moved.
Right, scratch. It's great.
Right.
Great, well, we have one of those awkward conversations. You can flip to this camera and just check.
This is an ABC Alien book as well.
Which is awesome, by the way. I'm just into this. It doesn't take very long.
See, you pointed it out.
Yeah, no.
Not working.
No.
We got a fun one. We got it done.
So then you hear Gerthel crying out, kind of making. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of in pain / lost and confused, kind of, why am I here?
Okay, let's type this out.
What is
So we have an idea what this sounds like.
Where's the dim?
It's on the
There it
side.
is.
Are we acting it out?
So
No.
imagine what these sounds sound like. Think it more like a thump thump.
No! When's it gonna be my turn?
I didn't realize Cleveland was in the room.
I'm trying to channel my best down.
That's what it turns out as.
Yes.
You're a paladin.
In the end, you could say.
You're a paladin wearing a helmet of disintegration.
Okay. Yeah.
Scene.
Private hotel.
So he's, like I said, in a almost pain-like kind of confusion state as he's sleeping.
When you talk pain, I mean, you're not talking actual physical pain. He's in distress, like he's having a terrible nightmare.
You can't tell the difference. Pain, general pain, anxiety.
No one can see us saluting. The other guy. Tell you.
Yeah, well,
Well, it was funny. Tom was filmed in Germany, and one of the people started doing this, and I was like, "No!" She was Asian, so I made it okay.
Here's the social experiment. Why is the second statement?
I'm positive she had no idea what she was doing, but all I could think was that there's a reason no one else on stage is doing that.
Germany, what were you doing between 1937 and 1945? You were all on vacation.
She's missing.
But what do you guys wish to do? Are you just gonna wait it out? And James is in there still, so
So we're confused as to what the screams are about.
it's not screams, more so as like I said.
Guys, let me talk about this. I've been
Whimpering?
watching a lot of this.
Yeah.
I can tell you what.
Wait,
it
well,
was.
no, not better.
I mean, that's not inaccurate.
I know that's all he does. Keeping Tom Murphy Crane, same thing.
I'm learning.
I'm sorry, our lines between in character and out of character are getting blurred. And it's making me more- Because at first, I initially thought he was admitting to just, I've been watching a lot of that. And then realized, no, his character is watching a lot of that. So we're okay with that.
Probably both. He's just playing himself in the game.
I hope
The line
not.
blurred. I have no idea. Remember, when we're talking about working off the clock, you'd be like, okay, well, I have no idea anymore. He's a scarecrow. I don't think he has to work out.
Or does he? He has to work out for 1,000 souls instead of one.
So what do you guys wish to do?
We should ignore it.
I don't know, with me being me, or I don't know that I'd be fully aware of what's going on. And so I don't think I'm neither perceptive enough nor would be paying attention enough to see what is going on.
Sure.
I
Go.
don't know if James would wake him or not.
And off and back on again.
If you guys wait it out,
I hate you.
James opens the door and is like, I don't exactly know what's going on in here, but I think I'm just gonna stay here with Gerthel for a while and figure out what's happening.
Sounds
You guys
good.
cool with that?
We'll leave you two guys to enjoy each other's company. Okay, let's go.
Is Girthy okay?
He's having night terrors, I think.
Gertie's worse.
Yeah, it's awful. I'm gonna name him Jim from now on. That doesn't work out.
Doesn't matter, Girthy's already there. So even if you name him Jim, he'll still be Girthy.
Girthy.
You guys,
James, why are you walking like that?
he walks bowling back into the room and closes the door.
I'm sure Dan will appreciate this live storytelling.
One more time. Let's try it one more time.
Just get resetting every 15 seconds or so.
I don't-
That's fine.
I know, there's gotta be an update. Stop bouncing.
Best way to find out if the camera's still working is my phone. The only way to know.
Alright. So, now what do you guys wish to do with your morning?
I didn't hear. Is Girthy okay?
Girthy's fine, he's sleeping. He's having night terrors.
Who said?
Huh?
Who said? You said, who's morning?
It is the morning.
Right, for what?
But it's Wednesday.
I can't even say that.
That's the morning!
Day has broken.
Oh man, can we put it back together? I use Ben.
I hate it.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Sun's up. What do you want to
Don't you hear me fall for it.
There's a lot out of there. Yeah, like that.
Speaking.
What do you think it is?
Anyways,
So, as a slight aside,
oh, okay.
are you using the Girthy comment?
That wasn't his main character at this point.
That's what I want to go. Other character.
I was a character. I was asking about Girthy.
Exactly.
Are you using it as a method to separate the party for the people that aren't here, or are you using it as a okay?
It was a, how do I, oh my God.
Shit.
Just every 15 seconds.
Can do.
That's not opening.
Are you sure?
Just spam
Maybe.
buttons on this one.
Pretty sure that I've learned that noise right.
Unwatchable for some reason.
That implies everybody's watching.
Still to be unwatchable. Doesn't have to be viewed.
It was a how do I hand wave this entire situation? So,
Okay. Wonder Twins.
Activate.
nope, Wonder Trio.
We're gonna have 3 twins.
They're called
Twins.
Triplets.
We're gonna have 3 twins.
Okay.
Wonder Twins.
Wonder
Twin. Each individual pair is a twin.
Hey, don't kill yourself. None of us are having fun.
We're twins. They're twins. We're twins. That's how it works.
So if you stole something, I have 3 sets of twins.
No, 2 sets of twins.
Happy 3.
No.
One
I have a pair.
I have 2 sets of twins.
They each have a twin as well. Once we get tired of 3, the math gets probably so full.
You guys like to do what now?
Die. Oh, I'm sorry. Die.
Okay,
The building collapses all the time.
guys, we're gonna have an adventure, the 3 of us. It's gonna be great. Here we go. Okay, so we wander into the bar.
Okay.
We're in a bar.
Excellent.
Wait. I got this. I kicked down the door. I don't know what to say about kicking it down.
We were just at James at the door. You kicked down the door.
You can't kick down that door. James already kicked that one down.
Who's in the bar? Is anybody there that's interesting?
No.
You said, where's the bar?
Who's in the bar? Calm yourself down. Try to pay attention. We're trying to play a game here.
Are we talking some of the teams are in the bar?
There's a few people from some of the teams you can kind of identify by almost like a uniforming jacket kind of
Okay, look for these
garb.
troubled teens. Which one looks the most troubled?
Not teams. Teams.
I think the same thing twice.
What team in particular? Yeah.
I wasn't particularly looking for one. If I was going to, probably the I don't know what that second word is, but the red banner.
The red band.
It's not selling a bar.
Phylozine
Phylozine.
coming out of a tree.
Okay, I did my best writing down Phylozine, and that's kind of what I wrote.
Phylozine is essentially the 6-legged tiger-like creature we have in our.
Yeah, that's right.
Do the balance test.
Oh, still not working.
Anyone watch the league?
Yeah, that's immediately where my mind went to. I didn't watch that show on E!
Heavily distracted. Okay, Phylozine.
We made a balance test video.
Okay, so what's going on?
It's morning. There's
Yeah.
some people having
Don't do it, Bruce.
basic breakfast. There's nothing exciting. What does breakfast look like in Justonia? Like, what kind of things would people have normally?
Mead and mutton.
Insulin and
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's
they're in a tavern.
that's
No,
that's
but that's-
comparable to like a Bloody
But
Mary. Would
I
be.
think that insulin, though, is more region specific, though, because that's definitely a Wilfred Brimley drink.
For the record,
Yeah.
Wilford Brimley is across the bay from here, so it could easily be.
Yeah, I'm just
thing
saying,
in
like,
this
yeah.
It
region.
could be up here. Yeah.
But I don't think that that's like a overall thing. Like
For
here,
Justonia.
certainly.
There's an old timey hangover cure they like to have, which is what are they? Fish eggs over a like glass of what's that? The common fruit we have. The
Durian.
no, no, the maize.
The maze.
Oh,
Yeah.
maize. So spicy maize juice with a little bit of fish egg.
Mostly a row.
Yep.
But yeah, whatever we call it in this universe, we can call it a row, just so we have one thing that's the same.
It's a gross drink, but people that drink a lot love it because it's
Sure.
hair of the dog.
And
It's like
what's
the egg
salty.
drink.
what's the basic what's a typical breakfast meal?
No, non-alcoholics.
Yeah, if you're just having something in the morning, I'm thinking you like your
Freshly slaughtered chicken. Oh, it's for me.
chicken on the plate.
Oh, they're not slaughtered when
Oh,
you
they're
eat
slaughtered
them.
as they're being
Chicklin. Chicklins and pancakes.
Chicklins and pancakes. That's kind of where I'm at.
Flapjacks.
Blackjacks.
Blackjacks.
I actually like the idea of it being like one giant think of like a stack of like 10 pancakes, but it's just one pancake. It's just like super fluffy.
Oh, the
Big
plate.
Yeah, like
Oh, here we go. Not 10 pancakes, just one.
one pancake, but it's just super fluffy. Like
Yeah,
It's like a snake.
it's measured by the size of what kind of pancake do you buy?
3-inch.
3-inch.
Horrible firework, the snake. It's like that.
no, we need
Yeah.
to make up. We need to make up our own measuring system. For
No,
this.
I am not making up a new measuring system.
By
We will.
sevens.
We also need to come up with a new alphabet. We need to come up with a new calendar.
Oh, a calendar is easy. Everything's tens. 10 days in a month. 10 months in a year.
We're doing an
10
exponential,
years in a year.
an exponential measuring system.
No, please don't.
How about we stick with something normal? Time made the most sense to me.
I like the exponential though. 1 year, 2 months, 4 days, 8 hours, 16 minutes, 32 seconds. Yeah.
Now, I was just thinking that the units would actually just get bigger as they got bigger. Bigger.
Oh.
So, like, if you say I'm 1 year old versus 2 years old, 2 years old is actually like the equivalent of 4 individual 1 years.
My brain.
You're 4?
So everyone's born on that year.
It's getting bigger and bigger.
So that's what's happening in the Blue Ox. Is there's a few of the team members that look like they're having the Justonian meals and the hangover cure and insulin kind of being passed around. Nothing really out of the realm of normal. It's kind of
I'm not trying to make this gross. Like, and it's gonna sound gross at first, but trust me on this.
do you know how many people have said that before? And it
Right.
turns out terrible.
So, syrup
Okay.
is actually like a non-toxic venom from something like frogs, snakes, whatever. And there's like people who
So
actually
there's
like,
like farms that milk it.
yeah,
Syrup farms.
yep.
Is that popular?
It's a delicacy.
It's not even the one we have.
It's a delicacy.
Okay. So it's going to be a. Well, it definitely should be something
Well,
aquatic. We haven't done enough aquatic stuff recently.
I like this idea, and I'm okay with
Table
it. Table it, and you've come up with it.
Come up with
That's
it.
a you.
I'm just
I'm making like a manatee.
milking a manatee.
You're picturing that? No. No one's picturing it.
It's unrelated.
You're just channeling your Star Wars episode 7?
No,
Or...
why are you thinking that? Why are you thinking that? You're moving a mouse. Stop doing it.
It's just going to show you Star Wars Episode 8.
So, legendary. That's what's happening.
He was on track.
When is the race? Have I been able
The
to...
coming weekend, it's Thursday. If you're looking at like days of the week, so you basically have two days before the tournament.
Why is there? Never mind.
And that's where, you've got some time before it actually is happening, but everyone's gathering to prep and practice whatever you want to label it as.
That's all I typed. That's all I typed.
I see what you typed. You don't need to like raise your hands. Like
No.
you're wrong.
I'm just saying there's some
Please are
cleavage.
not here. That's all I tipped her.
I do like the idea of the milk and clearly just like put a show up his breast.
that's what I said.
In hindsight, it does make a lot of sense.
Yeah, about 2 days ish before the event.
Good job, I like this.
I'm trying. less people and it's harder to wrangle. It makes no sense.
It doesn't think we think about it.
No, it doesn't.
You always look at Dan, and Dan will keep you going.
This is even weird.
This is why it's harder.
I suppose. So, in this town, obviously they have the race getting going. What else, as far as industry draw to this town, is there?
Industry to draw.
Well, what else draws people to come to this town?
It's heavily fishermen. There's a lot of fish trade that go on here. A lot of diving expeditions and such come out of Gloomy Falls. The tourist nature of the environment, though, is the destruction derby events that go on. They don't happen here. Make a history check. So violent. 24.
Scared me.
So you have heard of it, that it is off-site from Gloomy Falls, but Gloomy Falls is the one that has the wayfarer that gets you there. They have the passage that goes to another island that has the derby location.
I send my homunculus servant to go scout that. Scout where it is.
It is not within the range that you're going to be at.
Far away. How far is your range?
If you go to the...
miles and the milk that's being poured on the manatee.
No, not that one. So this is Gloomy Falls.
Why is that picture still up?
Gloomy Falls is this area.
Back to the other one. It was better.
You can do this.
If you go back to overview,
He's distracted.
I'm not distracted.
No.
I'm looking at
Alex.
this. Yeah.
Overview.
I'm looking at that than the other thing.
maybe it's the bottom right. Go back to next map. Yeah. This is the overall area of Justonia that we have currently explored. Gloomy Falls is on the top right-ish corner of
The bottom of the
Malshire.
Big Bear. The bottom of the Big Bay.
Yep.
Yep.
The island up to the right there.
Oh, yeah, that's substantially far away.
Yeah. But this is the point where people leave to
Gotcha.
go there.
Okay, I thought it was like, something just off the coast.
Yeah, and if you look up on there, there's a little site there on the south end of the island that has, it's almost like
The little point.
coming down towards the point there. There's a spot.
Just the game, man. The mouse.
You can zoom in. If you like click on it, you should be able to zoom in a little bit.
Up is still north, right? Just as one that way.
Yeah, this one.
No, I have one.
Right
There's no end.
there. Click on that. And now zoom in. You should be able to zoom roughly where that like crater looking thing is. Yep.
Yeah, so from where we are, it's definitely south.
So right there is kind of where that site is located.
This one?
Yep.
This derby looking thing. It's like a
Based off what you know, it's a crater
okay.
that they've repurposed with what was technology in there, and it is used as a demo derby course.
Sorry.
You're good.
Just taking some notes.
We'll go to this one, or go back to
But this particular,
this is like a
this is more of a race, a
is
true
the race.
classic race, not a demo derby.
it's just using this location, this site. There's an X in the upper right corner. Okay. Lower left of the square. There you go. If you want to know where you are, the house left of the mouse right now. Other left. That left, right there. That's the blue
I
eye.
didn't know where the mouse was.
Okay.
But you went right.
Yeah, that way I knew where the mouse was.
So that's where you guys are located currently.
The blue ox doesn't have a blue.
Nope. There's a blue tusk-like creature that's on the front of the building. That's about it. And they make a wicked flapjack there.
You get 8 inches tall. What's an inch?
I'm not making a new measurement system.
I will, don't
Very
worry.
good.
Do you guys hear it?
No.
Uh-oh.
Bruce, how do you do the bounce test on the music?
Does it not like being on that screen?
So it's not good.
Weird, because I put it
The
on.
music just has like extra parts.
Okay, it's like 8 different tracks.
I understand. Parts.
Probably not.
And
Tried it like 20 times.
Yes, sweetie. So don't get mad at me. I just gotta feed it into submission.
Okay. So a couple days, as far as what you know before the actual event.
getting more time, guys.
Are we actually though?
You guys woke up. That's the part.
I said I told me that was an achievement sport.
Sorry, I figure. when I get done today, it's like, well, I woke up, I said, we're going to list that as the first achievement for the day. So I woke up early. I'm like, uh-huh. You get more day, but you didn't do it.
Check. It's Dave, Dave, annoying, but so now what? You can imagine what they'd be like.
Your annoying brother?
I never had one of those.
How many months at 29 days?
28 games.
No,
So,
I'm at 29.
As a party, you guys would like to do.
11 and a quarter.
I'm interested in meeting with the team. Because each of them seem to have, I'll say, different ties around the continent, around the island, everywhere. All
Justonia / further too. There's some that came from the south, some that came from the north. So they ventured to get here.
Lots to learn from these teams.
And so I'm interested to, say, make connections, understand what is happening outside of the area. Because ultimately, I know this area is stuck because we're screwing it up, and we need to put it back together. I'm curious if that problem has spanned outside the area.
So talk to people.
All right. So, like you said, you mentioned the red team that has the thylacine coming from the tree at their emblem. They were woodcutters from the south.
Nope. From the north?
From the north.
Okay.
Everything's relative. Sorry. My notes are all in the same area here.
Should you have those little like arrows drawn?
He was using my
I have a giant egg next to it. His north, mine south.
If it's a globe like ours, but it's all of it.
But remember, it's a soup bowl.
That's right.
And so you talk to them.
How far north? I mean, are we talking in Fallshire here still? Or
Nope.
are we saying
Yeah,
the island
they're not
north
in
of-
Fallshire. Back to the maps.
Back to the other one.
Yes.
We're talking a little island right to the north?
Did that one on the previous map?
We're talking about, see those clusters of snowy islands up to the north of Dragon's Fall?
Oh, over there?
Yeah.
That's not Earth, that's south.
You knock it off.
Out there, mister.
One to the far north there? The one way up
Go-
near the edge of the Super
The
Bowl?
cluster,
Or
the clusters of islands. So not the one that's half snow, half up north of the map, basically.
yeah, north edge of the map?
Yep.
Okay.
So they've come from up there, and they're like, oh yeah, we've heard about the
They had to sail past the Derby Island to get to Movie Falls?
yeah, because they don't. I mean, you come here to register, then you get
Up to there.
picked
Okay.
up.
That's a really big island. No one lives there?
No one looks at
That we know of.
it.
What type of is it?
They don't find it.
I feel like this is an adventure.
Is that where we're going?
We're gonna go on an adventure!
Searching for treasure.
My food's pointing you.
No!
Yeah,
Other camera. Check.
the camera. No, camera check.
Bounce.
No, that's right, the other one. When it was centered before, we could test. Whether or not he has a clue.
The one's right there.
Use the other camera to indicate it.
Mike was
But-
pointing this way.
Do you have?
This way.
So
It's really close to the metric.
Didn't she tell us?
That way it's up.
red team members that are in the Blue Axe are Russell and Paul. They are both Shadowlings.
Is their whole team channeling?
Yeah, oh, they have one.
What kind of towers are they?
Shadowlings are normal.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, well, I mean, they might be a little smaller, but they're
But they're just lightly built,
lightly built.
That's
smaller than that. When talking to the different teams, so obviously the red team is where we'll you can
Red
actually
team's
play
leader
the.
right
From last night when I was talking to the different teams, are they using substantially different technology? Because ultimately that's what I was searching on last time when I was talking to the different teams. It's all basically the same tech, just how they're dialed it in, how
The
they.
way that it's pieced together, it's almost all what was technology entirely between the cockpit to the structure of the vehicle. It's all basically the same. It's just how is it assembled, what engine style did they use, like
I read about this a long time ago. There used to be more deviation between the various types of vehicles that were used, but the industry that's taken a stranglehold of this competition now has it all homogenized into one type of car. And really, basically, just trying to do the exact same thing. It doesn't matter what brand it is, it doesn't matter what crew is doing. And ultimately, you're all just trying to do the exact same machine. It's something that really it pulled back from the sport and step up.
Is this
So,
like but unless you're like a Jamaican team and like you can't afford one, so they you have
no,
like a
no, that's different things. You're thinking of like sledding.
Yeah,
Right? This is not sledding.
oh.
This is
I thought
the
we-
powered vehicles.
That way,
So-
was more of a, say, homegrown type space as opposed to a
Oh, you-
commercially available
You just need to be more diverse. That's the problem. So now this homogenization is just killing this industry. You got to have those vehicles that look completely different. I mean, if someone wants to have much bigger wheels than someone else, let them do it. Now that platform's down, they figure that it's unsafe and it's not fair. This is what I know this. Well,
yeah, you sure it wasn't nothing? Hey,
you guys know
I
that
like
you guys
research.
know that I've been doing research, right?
Yeah.
So
This
one
is what you
of
chose through research on?
I'm trying to find out about my people.
So are you?
Wait,
Are you being?
the Tenders people or the Druid people? Which ones
Both.
used to be racers?
Are you
Neither. I'm researching things. I find
Is
books.
persuasion or just? Are you lying? Are you?
I like this.
I'm asking. This is a genuine question. Are you deceiving? Could you tell? I'm asking you.
that's a character that entire time.
Talk about the tender thing. Yeah, that'd be weird to be out of character talking about the tender.
Why?
Any different person.
That's the weird part.
Are you trying to be honest though about information that you?
No, I was my character was lying.
Okay, so you're trying to do persuasion.
There's literally no reason to lie.
I was gonna say, there's, I don't, there's not
Imparting knowledge.
if anything.
It's an imparting knowledge check.
Roll it.
No, like I said, my earnest space on this is the slightly out of character to twist what you like, what you said, to fit with the other things that we've established, was that since this is the homegrown space, these aren't commercially available vehicles, which means that one industry standardizing doesn't necessarily make sense, but I'm sure there's a way to edge case it in. We'll run it in.
It still makes sense that like just with what's available and stuff.
Oh, yeah, I
It comes down to early races.
Castle run this thing into existence where you make it make sense.
Early races had like just whatever they could find from what was cobbled together into some sort of device. Might not even have been primarily for like moving around. It might have been more for like smashing the other competitors' vehicles, and
This
so
grew out of the demo derby shenanigans that were going on here.
this was something that at some point, from what I read, these are people that said, let's have a contest, and it slowly turned into, let's call it a race, let's put the machines as we can around this track, which is something that's much more narrow in focus.
There are different styles, like you mentioned. Some of them are more durable, go a little slower, but they can also impose damage because they're durable.
They have one like a giant turtle or a giant gorilla driving it.
Something like that.
The interesting. How long has this subset of part smashing, which has now turned into racing, how long has this been evolving?
All I know is that there was this reference to what it used to be, which is from previous generations, so these 2 generations.
But generation really depends on what species.
Yeah, and so the book that I was reading from was written by, well, it was written in the guild tongue, but I don't know if it was a guild member. I mean, I imagine it'd be guild.
So we're
right?
talking somewhere between 40 and 80 years.
Seems
How long
reasonable.
this has been?
Exponential time, right?
300 years now. In our time.
If we're talking exponential time, 40 years. Before the last cataclysm.
From your discussions with Paul and Russell, as you're kind of imposing all this knowledge on the entire group, Russell chimes up and says, I've been doing this for about 20 years now myself, so... Russell's still 35. He started when he was a teenager-ish, you know.
Oh, yeah.
There's one of the trouble teachers.
Yeah,
Once.
got he got into cars and it really turned his life around.
And shadowlings they're not like a what else, but forever shadowlings still have a pretty long life. So,
So who's the favorite?
who's the favorite? Well, we are, of course.
Not just that optimism speaking,
Of
or
course.
is that...
Who's your biggest competition?
Honestly, Mira here is the one that actually fixes up the racers the best.
Okay, Mira. Who's your biggest competition?
Mira's not here.
Mira.
Here's the shop, the mechanic shop.
Let's go to that.
She normally fixes up the racers the best, and whoever kind of had the last go with her, she
Oh.
nope, not that one.
That's what I heard.
Great, that's what I said, but
I mentioned every part of this.
learning. Whoever was last with her shop typically has the best chance.
Building into a shop in, would you say?
It's next door.
That one.
Like, but is it like hut shaped? Would you say?
No. Okay, so come on.
Come on, we need new material. Don't just keep reworking the old stuff. So we need to make more work they can't use.
Crossed that bridge enough this morning.
Do we wear black?
I was gonna say it for the tavern. We got past a lot of black sales.
Did you get past?
No, we haven't.
I'm gonna drive one over to the
Yeah.
Mira's mechanism.
I'm not running. I'm just like, I'm of the mindset that I might as well. I'm looking for information that I want before I go.
Mira's mechanism is right next door. It's the one that has like the pier coming in from the backside.
Yeah. Thought we were old enough for the door, right? Nope. Not a clue.
As you walk in, you see a large mechanical bay as part of the water comes up into the mechanic's bay, so it looks like it's able to repair ships here as well. But it also has several lift stations to lift up the racers, kind of as what you saw before. Looks like it would be able to be placed on there. And there's one that she's actually right now under working on. And here's the little chime of her bell as you guys walked in. And you just hear her call out, could you pass me that tool over there? And she just reaches out to whoever it is, doesn't even know. Cool, really? Cool?
Cool.
Should it be detachable?
First,
Who was that guy getting detached? I feel bad for
Translate. Please do not have a detachable.
My Sento viewer, Dave is dying.
Let's acknowledge mine is definitely detachable. It's strong.
Picture he's some sort of octopus. He just throws it at someone. They use it when they're ready.
It's an escape mechanism.
Oh, like the tail that rips off on the lizard. That's how you make the quick escape.
That's stunning again.
Long time regrowth. Just
That's
stuff you
unbelievable.
I'm sorry.
You're calling it an influencer?
Yes. That's why we paid them $5 to listen to this.
Rate this show.
Watch this point.
Don't say us.
How many people pointed the joke so far? 3 of the 4 of us?
I mean,
Just
we're 50-50.
the reference to that, though.
Yes, I know.
Actually pointed at his joke.
No, he's in character.
Tool, please. On the bench. Not you.
Cool.
Thank you. He just goes back to work.
Wait, I need you to roll a d20 because what if you handed up the wrong tool?
That's fine. Cool.
I rolled a 17 and I have a
Pretty high
15.
end here.
I wanted to see what would happen if you handed the wrong tool.
Yeah, she's sitting there and goes back to working on the racer that she's under, and after a couple minutes, you guys just waiting, I'm guessing. She
Just watching her legs move around.
Yep. She comes out from underneath, and she's like,
Which racer is it?
It's a gray toned one, so it doesn't look like it was one of the actual
Okay. One of the teams.
teams. It looks like it was one that she was working on, or she has, like whatever. It might be a team's, but it's not indicated as such currently. All right. Oh, newcomers. What brings you by?
We heard this is the place to be to learn more about these wonderful dragsters.
Oh, more racers. Good. Well, I'm Mira If, and this is my shop. I have been working on these racers probably for the last 20-some years. What do you want to know?
You're looking for a team of direct clients. The one you're working on right now. Sounds like.
I've had teams before.
So that applies to enough.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't planning on racing in this weekend's event.
Sleep.
I don't think we brought in
Make it a person.
I hate that thing so much.
Next week we'll have a new thing. He's gonna bring you that damn frog.
It's 3D printed as well.
It sure is.
It's literally just a spring with 2 pieces of 3D printed thing on top.
Yeah, we solved all the paperwork.
9.
Broke all the paperwork.
9.
I mean, we can talk about something, maybe.
Sit down. You could convince her. Sit.
Do we want to be racing?
Wait, you're
This sounds like fun.
I mean, of course I'm Zip Man.
Oh my brother told me all about you. I was dying to meet you once he was telling me the tales that you told him.
Oh, I mean, I tell a lot of tales. I've been around the block. What can I do for you?
But that doesn't mean what you're thinking.
The euphemism we're gonna latch on to right now.
What else are you getting along really well?
It's really want.
For what so far?
Every episode.
Okay. Well, I'm just glancing at
It's
it.
the right answer. Keep going.
He mentioned then how you took care of some style wings for the High Council. That you cleaned up a tree. You
Cleaning up a tree. That sounds like a lumberjack job. Are you sure?
We took the barnacles off the tree. We were definitely there. when
yeah,
they did it.
yeah, the barnacles. That's the one.
So, who's your brother?
Share.
Share. That sounds familiar. I think that he's one of the people in the council.
No, I'm pretty sure that's the co-star with Sunny.
Sheriff, he was
Sherry! Oh, your wonderful boat driver from.
the Gilded Valley's boatmaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, that,
Oh, that's awesome. He's a nice dude. How's he doing?
he's here actually. He's not here, but he just came to Gloomy Falls a couple days ago.
Let's just keep that on the down low.
Cultural people say things and then correct themselves a lot. It really happened.
Here meaning Gloomy Falls, not here being where we're standing.
Let's just keep us out of this. So, like, he doesn't need to know that we're here. If I run into him, I'll say
Hide from a tree. I'm sorry, why would we hide from a tree?
because we're wanted.
Sharif doesn't necessarily know that. He works with that council.
I think we're good with that. He was the Gilded Valley boatmaster.
Yeah, I mean, just like I'll stop by and say hi to him.
So you don't want me to tell him that you came back?
No, I'll tell him. I'll go find him. I'm excited to see him. But I want to be a surprise so that we're here. You know, like
Well, he was definitely interested in your stories that you shared with him. So
yeah, I'll go find him.
Okay. Okay. So what can I do for you? You said you wanted a race.
Oh yeah, apparently we want to race.
Apparently, it doesn't sound like the best use of words there.
No, it's the appropriate amount of words.
You can make a persuasion.
But I'm helping.
Okay, so make one roll.
I'll do it.
Rub the shoulders.
You got it.
28.
28.
You can convince her to
Sorry.
give you the firstborn.
All right. Well, I mean, I do have a few racers here that you guys would be able to use if you guys wanted to enter into the race. You could enter as my team through Gloomy Fall as your city residents, and
We used to wear helmets though, right? Helmets are a thing.
yeah.
There's only one driver. The
Yeah.
other people I don't think need helmets, but you always need a helmet.
You need a permanent helmet?
Yeah.
I can make you one.
Could you make him one, please?
I've got some.
Okay, yeah. Did you have one that would fit his massive
No.
ego though?
I have a giant head.
Looks around, just
My
like
skull's too big too.
he's got. He's stuck in as you're talking.
Stop it right now.
So okay, well, you guys.
Because they just want to do this. I mean, I'm in for a lark, but what do we get if we win though? Like, what-
Oh, there's an entry fee. There's prize pot depending.
James will take care of the entry fee. That's fine.
Okay, I don't know who James is, but that's cool.
He's
He's
our
sleeping one off from last night, but he's
Oh,
definitely our driver.
It's still early.
Well, it's thinking.
he's our money manager. He'll take care of it.
Because it's 1,000 gold entry per racer. So you've got
Bunch of shit.
typically you have two racers, two different vehicles. So you $2,000 to enter, or 2,000 gold to enter. And there's typically about 12-ish entries as far as teams. So there could be upwards of 24 racers on the track at a time. Like this, it's typically a big event.
But what is first place for?
The share of the pot. So depending on the number of entries, you end up winning about 80% of the pot.
Is that
There's
just?
actually also, I think this year they're the
What if the lottery lettuce?
water lettuce.
Is that just it's just a lot of watery lettuce? Is that what it is? You said pot. You kept saying pot.
Oh, got it. We got there. Yep, you did it.
We double jumped.
Went to a double jump with a reference that people forgot about.
That I'm just like I'm confused. I missed.
You said pot bunch.
The mayor actually was offering up a piece of what was technology too. Okay, that was a weird gesture.
Can you
Did
tell
you
us?
slide over towards it?
Excuse.
Hello.
Can you tell us more about the rules of the contest? Like, is magic allowed?
So the way that the competition works, typically it's done in a few heats. Track is set up. There's the people driving the racers are obviously in the actual race vehicle. Then there's other people that kind of instigate at corners and bends, and they can add in demo charges, debris, and other things to hinder some of the racers, or pull with the magnets and the vehicles in their favor, or push them depending on if they're positive or negative charged polarity on the magnets. I'm just trying to piss off him.
Can't wait.
That's not how magnets work.
I'm enthralled. I love the idea of magnets and races.
Then
How do they work though?
magnets?
Yeah, how do they work?
I'll find you a video.
Think about it.
But then anyone else,
Put it on your phone. Field burglar.
there's places that you guys can support, cheer, interact. If there's magic or whatever you want to say that is, magic.
Yeah, I mean,
You're gonna do like a card trick or
yeah,
something?
yeah. Like
Cool.
I was trying to distract the other drivers, right?
Yeah. There's places for spectators to see
Paint on
the
their cars.
sure whatever you want to do. I mean, so like I said, that's
Stone. He's got a bird that is really obsessed with stones.
that's neat. That's a neat thing.
You just want stories now?
No, I mean like that could help in the races, right? Like is that allowed?
Stone, sure. Stone can help.
Drop a stone, hit the person driving.
My brother was intrigued by her.
There's a many about it.
But yeah, like anything goes really. There's not really a don't do this.
Is getting sponsors a typical thing?
Sure.
So that's a common way to raise the money.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
an old entry fee per team. Yeah, it's
And when is the race?
Saturday is the start. Goes into Sunday.
And let's just say drink it. Fun this week.
Okay.
What's today?
Today would be third. Good looking. I got you. I got you. You talking? Oh.
They're
So,
making fun of me.
No,
You don't say.
no one's. Oh, we're making fun of you.
All the fun I'm having.
Actually, fun, I think. Yeah.
That's all in character.
So, is there anything
April,
else?
you just have like
Sure.
yeah.
Is there? I mean, I got the vehicles that I have access to.
I can cut it now. Okay.
I mean, are there like I'm assuming I don't know anything
So
about
your
cars.
cards are, I assume, based on everybody saying that you have the nicest tuned vehicles. Tip top shape.
Yeah. I just was tuning them up.
Like to like C chords or
Yeah, to sequence.
Okay.
Nice jet engine room.
So those are the three racers I have here currently available. They all kind of have different specialties and ways that they maneuver around the course. But if you have any questions, you can take a look back here though, and she kind of gestures to the back part of the vase. That looks like
Yeah.
this one. spacing them out. That's how we're sorting them. Yeah, there's only two. There's 3 total. You can hit 2 of them.
What's the three?
Okay, so the holy shit. Okay, alright, let's stop with the card.
I'm trying to play games.
No. This whole that's been the mystery this whole time.
I was just trying to be gambit, that's all.
It works for you.
Let's do the cards.
Alright, so on each racer, it tells you obviously what their actions, bonus action, and reaction would be available to during the actual game. The modifier on the bottom left is a handling modifier. That would add to your dexterity saving throw while you're driving. And then the right side is how much health it actually has. So they all function very differently. They all do different things. If you have any questions about what those things are,
Take the +3 and the +9, get rid of skill plates average.
so your dexterity saving throw would come into play based on how fast you're going. So as you go up in speed, your dexterity saving throw is going to go up as far as difficulty.
Like that.
Different.
And the +3. 6 is boring. That's safe.
Yeah, but you can modify drive damage.
Plus 4 minus.
And you can heal. What do you get?
Reaction, shift damage, 7 damage, shift gears. Sweet.
Because if not down, that's that one vehicle can shift.
I understand. But have you ever known damage to be a problem in a racing game?
Play Formula D, yes. You literally said go through.
Well, I'm just trying to use versatility more.
Which 2 did you look at there?
Apparently we want the 9 and the 3. The racer.
Yeah, they're both labeled. The 9,
Consider the race.
the +9 is the
Deal damage to a race car.
yeah. So that's the bulk. Able to damage other people and destroy the movie. Yep. Okay.
And the other one in triple shift.
Correct. Yeah. The one that's like. So, yeah, you're right. Like, we'll just be playing through Formula D when the actual tournament comes up, but using different vehicles against the board. So other racers are going to exist then too. So there's other things that will happen in racers as well. But like I said, there's also when we get out to the course, you'll actually be able to see what people can do at the corners. Members of your team.
Can we do things to other teams, people that are out of corners to avoid?
Well, you can interact with the course first. Your spectators, if you did something, and that's up to you guys. Like that's the people on the actual corners do stuff to the corners. But your spectator could just all of a sudden go mug somebody or take them out. That's up to you guys.
Ooh, we gotta use Dorothy.
He likes me.
Oh, Dorothy, it's in the know.
I did change this name. I'm sorry.
You like that? It's hurt.
It's in the know.
It's because he's got the good on.
Right. Does anyone have any other questions on the racers and such?
He hits that creatine powder like a boss.
Any other questions on racers? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, like I said, modified Formula D is all it can ever really be. Same rules is what Formula D is, but
15 seconds.
And I have 2 weeks left to do the models.
2 weeks. Well, depending on if we get there, because like there's other things going on still. So like it's Thursday, we have 2 days of gameplay.
Could take anywhere from
I was gonna say it might be Christmas.
it could take anywhere from 15 minutes.
Done good.
Well, no, you've done good.
And stayed on point.
Yeah.
From time to time.
Today's just not one of those days.
We've made some progress.
Yeah, it's been like an hour.
And again, 3 days could be 15 minutes, could be 15
You
months.
could just say, it's Saturday.
Time to race! It's race time.
So, did you have any other questions? Did you have any other questions for Mira?
I guess, I mean, my head goes to the trying to understand exactly why she agreed to let us race her cars. These are clearly expensive.
Because I'm amazing.
Zipnap. The Tales of Zipnap. I mean, that's all I came down to. I mean, you guys still have to put the bill for entry fees.
So I propose that we have a couple of places that we can go get endorsements from.
We could try to go get endorsements in the next
So,
day.
but I can send messages right now.
Send your messages.
First, though, let me float this by you guys, because this is going to take patience.
If we are,
There's
if
3 people that I was thinking about getting.
Are you talking about this right now in the shop?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not anything.
No, that's fine. I was just curious.
Yeah. 3.
Okay.
1. D&D. Dainties.
do you think we have enough relationship that they want to give us money?
They were willing to let us drive the carts. 2 is my buddy.
TikTok husband?
Yeah, I was gonna say Hyperpants Busy Bottom, but
He's what he goes by.
Disney.
don't call anybody by their real names.
You don't. I missed that.
I like making them nicknames. It's a sign of affection towards me.
Uh-huh.
Being behind the bushes is not a term of endearment.
Who's the third?
The third one is
If you say the orphans, I'm not going to be happy. The money that James gave you. Give me the money James gave you. To survive.
this is some spell.
Looking at you.
No, the third one is what's his face with the fight arena.
Oh, Willy Wonka.
Yes, I was gonna say
Yeah.
I was gonna say Wally Winka.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, that's the name.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah. Heck, we might even be able to get like Wilford Brimley or some of the other
He's
like.
a bartender. You know, he's got 2,000 gold sitting around burning a hole in his pocket.
Why no?
2,000 gold here. What am I doing this?
I love you to these flowers.
No, but think about it. Think of how many people, how many different advertisements there were on those cars that we just saw.
I don't disagree with the concept.
There was one for slow trip.
Mira, if we were to, I'm going back to that. If we find people who endorse us, would you allow us to paint your vehicle?
Paint's,
We can bend it off later.
okay.
Prestidigitation.
That too.
I've heard that before.
To mend we needed to, but that
Yeah,
said
men-
said the quiet part out loud.
I can repair the racers after you guys destroy them. I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's what I meant.
Unalive. Thank you.
That's what I meant.
We can figure out how to get a sponsor logo onto the racers.
Because we saw some out there, right? I'm not crazy. They have logos.
They own their cars.
No, there was definitely logos.
They can
Doesn't change my
a
statement.
car with logos.
Yeah, but for endorsement. So what if?
Sorry, endorsements.
I would go with 5.
So what if Wilford Brimley only has 10 gold to give us? Wouldn't you want to be racing a car that has a sweet insulin logo right just slapped
That's the
in?
reason for it.
Yeah.
So our car can pull stickers on.
You haven't watched enough NASCAR. I feel like the implication of that's what the driver's thinking.
I'm pretty sure in Talladega Nights they do the same thing. You gotta slap it right on the window.
What?
The plate, Talladega Nights.
What?
That one's a classic.
Way back. I've seen Talladega Nights.
See? Thank you. I mean, it seems like your kind of movie.
Yeah, sure, sure, sure.
Story checks out.
She has feathers. I'm good. Thanks, though. Okay.
Haven't you seen it? Like, it was originally done with Keith Farrell.
Oh, my lands, we're going down this road.
How close do we get?
Let me see.
I said Keith Farrell.
That was the problem.
No,
I thought it was one.
Oh, that's also good. You're right. There was his brother, Ron Farrell.
correct.
Oh, it's the building's collapsing.
I'm now picturing. I'm now picturing a monster logo, except for with a giant eye for insulin.
You're the worst CM ever say something like that. Monster attacking you, but would run.
Oh, yeah, good.
I can do that. I'm just like, I'm just not ready for them to do that. Just tell them no. And I'm like, oh, that's what you handle. Put it on the pad. No. Invisible wall. Not there. Not there. There. That one's open. Oh, I want to tell you where to go, though.
Oh, look, there's a train to here. It's arriving now.
Notice the yellow line going up to the right. I don't. If you want to make all these AI images that you would stick all over your racers, more power to you, and I'm okay with that.
I don't hate that one. I need that.
I need that. You need that in your life.
I want to. Yes, I want to put that on something so people don't know what it is.
Guys, you know this
What?
You know
Oh,
what this is the flagship
Are
ride.
these going to be our first patches for our cuts?
Yeah. You haven't done it yet. We've been talking about that for literally like 8 years.
I mocked up a drawing that we need real art for, but I had the idea for it.
The problem was he kept on demanding gene cuts. That's the dumbest idea ever. What?
I didn't want you.
No, he did.
No, I wanted the zip-off
Zip-off
pants.
pants. No, that's two.
Yeah, he
So
can
it's
zip off
sleeves.
pants all he wants.
Zip off sleeves.
No,
No,
Oh.
pants.
no,
Don't you hate pants? I thought it was much sleeve. I think it's
no.
You can zip it off here.
Zippers everywhere.
Oh,
Wait,
You want to simple, but that's on the way.
instead of the zipper being up and down, it's section over here and goes up.
Snakes it on the back of the tail. What do you think I need? I hate you being hate.
I don't mean that's what I.
It's not more of a cape. Alright. You gotta feel that like shaking.
Oh, that's revving up. You can't hear each other talk anymore. You have to go somewhere else.
Sorry, that's just earthy. He's just dealing with his hangover. I apologize.
Is there anything else I can do for you guys right now? Otherwise,
Get
I really gotta fix up these racers for you guys now.
Excellent. That sounds wonderful.
That sounds great. We haven't done what we had to do here. Okay.
I would like to try to. I'd like to try to find out the apothecary in town that had made the potion.
So as you leave, it's a little bit more in the day now. People outside are super friendly. Like this is like an oddity that they're so friendly and like welcoming.
It's super close. They didn't mess up Tank and Teak. I'd be all about that.
Yeah, you can change the second D to a K and the N to a K.
Change teaks to antiques. It's like
Oh,
dank and antiques is actually like what it would be smashed together as. Cool.
Dave and Ann.
That was cool. The other one was cool.
I mean, yeah, either one of these
I don't
jumps
get
is
it. Yet again, another roll. Great. The people,
We're gonna have so many patches.
the people, no one's gonna understand the single fucking thing.
I like the idea of the carts being like a race car as opposed to being like a normal car instead of one big patch. Sometimes it's actual spots patches. Doesn't McDonald's on it? Taco Bell? Sure does.
The people who live all
Here's your sicko.
I'm gonna sell the drill by putting exhaust packs on her gun.
Oh, they don't care. Put it upside down. It's up to you.
Let's be serious. We're all parents. Costco. Great clips.
Like I said,
I actually spots managers. No, it's like this company.
Taco Bell is real big.
It's the biggest one. It takes up the entire front.
Bruce would have let me smaller than this.
We just have to rate. What's your favorite place to eat fast food?
No way.
Yeah, dude, did it.
Wendy's is where we go.
Big Wendy's logo. Just a big redhead. That's what you're doing.
This is sexy redhead.
Not the Wendy's. We're taking a really weird necklace that says Wendy's. Not the very logo at all.
She's winking at you.
Oh man. Y'all.
You call it a twist on the classic thing, so you get the sexy pinup of like a redhead wearing the actual Wendy's logo as the new Wendy's logo.
So what you find in Gloomy Falls is that the people are super friendly.
There we go.
Yeah, you're gonna have to change that. I don't focus. He's got a weakness for redheads.
And for pictures.
There's another one. I think they're up. I don't understand.
I'm okay with it.
She's telling you she's number one.
The people are super friendly here, which is, like I said, it's a little abnormal.
That face is messed
Yeah.
up.
And
That's Uncanny Valley. It's just creepy, like in a different way.
I love Wendy so much more. Wendy's. This door is over.
wait, listen to our first session. Oh man, I'm really eager for the second one. What the fuck did I just sign up for?
Did our gentle listeners get to see the pictures?
We'll just open them up one at a time at the end of the stream.
Oh good.
This is how we got sued.
Well,
You know, the funny thing about this, you would think that the tax should be the easiest thing to return, because you have tax in.
Yeah.
Why is it so commonly the tax is what that screws up? It implies that like through like magic it's doing, it's like well, the one thing we can't preserve is those words that it's given.
this one's the best one.
It's good. I agree.
I'd like the last one if they'd actually spelled Wendy's properly.
That looks like a drawing of.
Yeah.
So, okay, back to Gloomy Falls. You guys left Mirror's mechanism. You are now outside. It is slightly later in the morning still. People are now walking around and super friendly and very welcoming and saying, "Hi, oh, how's it going? Good morning." And
New best one. I should missing arm.
that's the other thing. Why is it always an arm like that? Like, I don't understand. I was doing the yoga pose the other day, and they constantly five.
More than I'm gonna be able to talk. There's alcohol in there.
There's actually ketamine in there.
He's going to the kale.
Why did you lose her arm?
It's just in the kind of body. The
Why is
pose.
the other one?
It's just hit it by the hip.
Just add with 2 arms, and then we're gonna go.
No.
So
No,
4 arms.
stop. We can continue doing this after midnight.
What? Sure, like no, this is D&D. When I like play D&D, I really design a whole shit ton of images.
For the record, this is in line with our last 6 months of play.
Perfect. It's so screwed up. Her face is creepy.
She has a double thumb.
Got credits. We're done.
She has a double thumb.
Dude, that double jointedness.
No, not just a double thumb.
Jointedness blood. That's weird.
It doesn't say Wendy's either.
Justin looks tired.
As much as you hate it, you got it. Admit it.
He's having fun with it. He's gonna eat later. He's gonna be like, Amber, this is what I need.
I'm gonna drop pictures of it.
What does it say out there? It's anything I believe. It doesn't know.
It says like ice please.
What please? What's the other one?
And that one is
No idea. Not English.
Chinese.
Okay, one more, and then we're done.
Well,
Oh yeah, my credits.
I was just trying to do 4 at a time, but didn't like
I'm just playing Hangman.
Momedy, what? What is that sandwich? What is this? Absolute monstrosity.
Is it ice cream on top? Is that what's on top of the sandwich?
You didn't have mashed potatoes. Here comes two.
Like our arm disappears behind the logo. And flies the logo is physically there, and she's like, let me reach behind.
back here.
The backside of this logo has words.
I wish I could see what her tattoo was.
That was the tattoo there. I'll see what he's looking.
No, it's fine. It's good. It's my version. It's good. You guys are playing a character. It's good. It's good
We're
stuff.
trying to figure out what.
I don't know who the fuck Wendy is. But you guys are gonna get them to spot TV. We're finding her. Tina Biggs.
That's Wendy. Find Wendy.
One of the homeless children.
Jordan's got me. If you try getting money out of the homeless, out of the orphans, I am going to be pissed.
Guys, this has been the best. Okay. Well,
So, super friendly, happy town.
Yeah.
I walk up to one of the gentlemen wandering around. I find the one who looks the most welcome.
These structures are someone I'm not going to be pleased.
No, they
Oh,
won't.
attendant.
Oh, you've seen my attendant.
Yeah.
There's
The farm field's right south of here.
Wait, what? There's stairs over there.
There's some on the farm.
Excellent. I really appreciate that.
Okay.
Good morning. So this is one of the character traits that I'm trying to lean into more. Is like when I have things that I like, I become socially awkward because I don't care. You know, like I don't actually care about meeting people. I care about like clothing things.
When you become socially awkward?
Dale was the farmer that you met
Yep.
back at Cromer.
Yep.
And said that would have worked for you if you came down. So just putting that back in perspective.
Yep. You might be here then.
He's part of Gloomy Falls.
Good.
So, but okay. Anything else I can do for you?
Are there other places I might find? Well, actually, let's remember. It's other places. How are you doing?
I am. But
Excellent.
Holler. And you walk off. So yeah, like I said, there's two dozen-ish people. Just like I said, there's people wandering around at this point, but it doesn't look like it's. Most of the teams don't really look visible right now. They probably are still either waking up. It's early morning. This is a lot of the locals that you see walking around.
I mean, wait.
Heading south.
While we're still in town, before we head up that way, while talking to some of these random people, getting that sense of the happy town, I try to recreate, like in the sand, with just a stick, the initials that were on the bottle. So you can point me to whose mark this is.
Like everyone's kind of centralized at the well in the center. That's primarily where all these interactions are kind of happening, and the DN is, I believe, what it was on the bottle.
Yeah.
And as you're having it etched on the sand next to the well, one of the patrons comes by and they're just like, "Oh, that looks like Det Nor, yeah, the doctor." Det, D-E-T.
Noir.
N-O-R-T.
There is an R in that name.
Are you looking for him?
Yeah, someone had given me a bottle that they said was I don't know, they said it was some sort of cure for what they needed, and they asked me to pick them up some more here, but unfortunately I'd lost the original bottle, and I wanted to find, they told me Gloomy Falls, and I remembered that symbol, and so I was hoping to be able to connect and see if I can get them what they were looking for.
Are you trying to deceive or persuade? Because it sounds half deception because you're making up part of the story there, but you're also looking for him as a persuasion, trying to get information from the person.
This person, yeah, it's let's see here, I am genuinely looking for this person, and I am fibbing about the kind of the story of how I got to this point because I don't want to be there. So ultimately, I am looking for the person, and I did have a vial that had this, so I'd say it's arguably on the persuasion side because I'm merely
Go ahead and-
inquiring for information, and while there's technically some deception in there, I don't think that's the part that they'd care.
Correct. That's what I would agree with you. That's what I would say. But so make a persuasion.
Either way, I mean, both rolls mechanically are the same.
7. I can tell you where he works. That's about it, though. I mean, I don't know about your vial that you're looking for.
I'm hoping that he can help me out.
Off the east side of town, there's
Do we have the town?
a map somewhere. Off to the east side of town, it's behind the mayor's house.
Over the far east?
Yeah. It's off behind everything else, really. The east sider is the house right below the mayor's house, and then the doctor's apothecary building is the one off to the far east there. And obviously the farm field is down towards the bottom there.
Where the windmills are?
Yep.
We get out of town before next week.
You could travel over to the destination of where the event would be.
That's okay.
you guys, or anywhere else. So,
Or we could let Dan know that we were at the windmills today. Okay, we have to go to the farm fields after this so we can handle those, those windmills.
I'm already over there.
yeah, you went there.
Kind of. You're right, because arguably I did a flashback to when we were still in town.
That's fine. I mean, so are you going to Detnor's and you're going to the windmills?
No. No.
Yep. Me too.
So as you head to the south end there, the farmhouse is that very first building as you came into town. And the first person you see is very, very reminiscent of the person you saw in Crown. Oh, Albie! You did show up! He recognized you immediately. The scarecrow that he saw, or scarecraven that you saw in Crown.
Yes, I did show up. I was hoping to meet more of my kind here. I heard they were around.
I've got a few that I put to work on the field. If you'd like to go talk to some, I guess.
Fantastic.
They're busy working, though.
Well, that's okay. I won't bother.
Make a deception check to see if he actually believes that you're gonna not bother. He's got a very strict schedule. It's running a farm.
I care deeply about this being a pass. I'm going to inspect myself.
Insight side of this whole thing. Is it, does it feel like he's basically using them as slave labor?
He's 100% just using them as.
I rolled a 20.
All right. You can go talk to him. Just make sure you're not like taking them away. They got stuff to do. So.
Good.
So he kind of guides you through his entire farmhouse here. It's basically a big storage facility with a living space above it. But then it takes you out to the far side of the building, and that's into the farm field. And you see about a good half dozen tenders out there, and they're tending to crops that are unbeknownst to you. But what crops would you see other than maize? Because that's the only thing that it's the only thing we established in our world is maize. But
Maize, the melons.
the melons.
Yeah, melons a good form.
And so flippy melons, that's right.
This is like a stalk, like kind of like a sugarcane kind of a crop, and so it's a. The difference though is it looks more like a cat. So like it's a stalk that is smaller and then has a bigger portion at the end. Yeah, kind of like literally looks like a cat. That's where the fruit is, and so this just kind of gently blows in the wind, but it's the
The fruit, so to speak, of this cattail-looking thing. Is it a single item, or is it closer to like a grain where it's many small kernels?
yeah, it's a bunch of small kernels.
Are they yellow, covered in a husk?
No, it's definitely not corn. No, it's actually
Closer to like a wheat.
It's kind of funny.
Legitimately,
It's kind of funny how it actually works. It's actually like a long tube where the kernels just grow inside there, but like what they are is they're very loosely connected to the sides, so it just turns into like a big like rack, essentially. Because as soon as they get dried out and long, these kernels inside of there, and so because they're just so loosely connected. And so while they're growing, though, those seeds are all on the outside, the inside of the wall of that tube. That makes any sense.
And they break
So very similar, like pumpkin, like how that works. Like the seeds are always kind of like the inside of the outer wall of the pumpkin. It's like that.
from a like, I legitimately love the conversation around the melons about how there's a very interesting adaptation that I don't think would ever actually exist in the real world, but it still works from like a biological step. In this side, it arguably would be the opposite of that. You'd have a restrictive element of how they would be propagated. And so, is there something that mitigates it? Like, because usually, like fruit, the idea is that the sweet outside
We're
of
walking
the
through time.
things eat it and then move it elsewhere.
Yeah. So the
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You are feeling that residual sound in your head.
Like of the animal that would
But it's like
eat in this fashion.
impassive throughout.
Or it's like a
yeah. So the idea is that the outer shell is actually not. It's not. It doesn't have a lot of nutrients, but it tastes delicious.
Okay.
So it's eaten by large
Okay,
animals.
so the traditional fruit style approach, seeds inside, and then okay.
The key though is that larger animals eat that larger husk, and then the rest goes kind of undigested because these are the large animals that chewing the small little seeds that are inside, and so then those after left
Pass, yeah.
pass, and then more importantly, smaller animals eat those, and that's how it really truly is.
Seeing smaller animals with those. It's a circle of life.
Yes.
The more you know.
They will cancel us.
We don't register on there. That's true.
They're fun. You have any money? It's like shaking down those orphans.
It's the perfect crime. Nobody cares about them.
So, what's the name of this thing? Did you something? We'll table the name. So the tenders are out there in the field of this crop, and they're just filling away. What do you do with the first one that you approach?
Name's important to forget. All I can think is blue beans.
Or tube beans.
Two beans.
Two beans.
No, two beans sounds too much like the number beans.
Tubeans.
No, I want it to be tube beans. So.
We can table the name.
No, but we gotta get it right.
Okay.
So I'm thinking maybe TU
Finish the way I started. I might stab you.
apostrophe.
That makes all the difference.
Umlaut. What's an umlaut? I don't know.
Thorn. And S.
Got it. That's what I wrote.
Two beans.
Click sound.
Clap for the queen.
Okay, so I have the first one.
Yeah.
So, what do you do here?
While he's working.
This is my job.
I see.
Gestures at the
How long have you been here?
or the dirt. 10 years.
And have you seen a lot of other tenders in your time, or just other ones you work with?
We used to have, I think, one more tender on the crops here, but I don't know what happened to him.
Oh. I see. So, you ever think about venturing out elsewhere, or are you guys just happy here?
We're good. We've got chicklins for us. We got work to do.
Has there anything? Have you run into anything that was left by former tenders that may have worked on this farm? I know it's very common to have tenders work on a farm. Sometimes they leave behind possessions.
Not that I can recall. You could ask Dale if he's got any belongings from previous tenders. I'm not aware of them.
Okay, appreciate it. So go back to Dale.
Very, like I said, very structured. They're working.
I scanned the other tenders to see if any of them have more life stuff.
Make an insight check.
With I'm gonna guide myself. And that is a natural one. With a 1 for guidance, so 13.
Based on your observation and your insight, being able to kind of read them, they look like tenders working. As what your experience was back at your home village as well. Very similar to the not questioning why, not questioning where to just start working.
Where did I go?
They're on a farm, so.
You go back to Dale. Oh, you're already done? They can go back to work?
I just wanted to say hi. You know how we all know each other. You know that.
Yeah, of course.
And so the
All timers know each other.
you all look alike. I mean, faces aren't really expressive. I guess, Anyways, I was wondering, do you have any possessions from previous tenders that may have been here? I just am interested in the lore of my people, and so I was hoping maybe I could learn something.
Make a persuasion check. With your guys, I'm assuming.
Oh, that's 21.
You seem very different than the other tenders that I know of. Interesting. I've got a box of some belongings from tenders that I had previously. There hasn't been too many that have actually left, but I do have a few things.
Sure.
Not possession.
What do you mean? What?
Tenders.
You may put possessions on.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Sometimes it's draw.
Sorry.
I've had a few tenders before.
Yeah, what did you take it as?
Nothing.
Oh, sorry.
How do you attract the
Did
tenders?
you say you had it?
What?
How do you attract the tenders? Because I noticed that there's not very many, including full share at all.
I have gone and given them a place to stay, good place to work.
I think you try to attract tenders with your farm here.
Yeah,
It's natural for them to want to.
right. They want to work on the dirt. They want to.
It's also why it's very slave. Well, they go to
Yeah.
a bigger farm, right?
Yeah.
All the other farms?
There's another farm south of here of the huge field. Lots of tenders there.
Okay.
Huge tracks.
Huge tracts.
Is it run by
Like Wendy.
Samuel.
Yeah, Samuel?
His parents, I believe, own it.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he really wants to take up the family.
Is Samuel has a sister named Wendy?
Probably.
How'd you
Yeah.
know?
You did it. You found the placeholder.
We found how he's got it in the cannon.
So I got a box over here. If you want to dig through it.
Dirty stuff.
Oh my God, box!
Dude.
Alone on the farm.
Got other people on the farm.
Think?
Wait, why are you saying alone?
I'm not.
There's a
Alright.
bathroom in the basement.
At this point, I don't really.
Screams are fine. That's normal on the farm. So you.
I'll take pleasure in gutting you.
Boy, what is wrong with these people?
He leads you over to this collection of items in a container. And inside there looks like there was like.
Is it a cardboard container?
Yes.
Productionized cardboard existence here.
It's very interesting.
Corrugated.
There's like a almost like a stuffed animal. Like a boy. I don't know if it was a heirloom to the tender or if it was something from who they were or what they were.
Okay, it was what was or writing on it? Or is it all just kind of like personal advice?
Make an.
Do you see a stuffed animal as like a mockery of your people?
It's no different than having like that.
If you say no souls to me again, I'm gonna hurt you.
I was gonna say it's no different than like a human having a monkey as a pet. But anyway. Or you had scrap of metal and said.
Oh.
Some straw.
Why are you holding your head, Justin?
He's a character.
She does love playing with her hair.
I'm kind of a headache for some reason. I don't know why.
Trust caffeine. It usually takes the care of it.
Give me my monster.
Empty.
You make an investigation.
I got it.
Investigation.
Good guiding myself.
17 plus whatever my investigation score is. It's 19. I just give it over for me.
Yeah, and you forget that they're in there.
Well,
So I don't know what to do with those.
yeah, wait another 51 minutes. Or 3 minutes. Yep.
What exactly are you expecting? Like, what are you expecting?
Anything with writing on it. Ultimately, writing on it means I can research it, which means I can learn something. But if there's no writing on it, I don't really care about like a person sitting there.
There is one. Looks like a journal. It looks like a collection of documents that kind of looks like it all got wedged into a binder. So not exactly a book, but it looks like it's documents.
It looks like this might be like something that one of them left behind. I'm sure it's just their notes. Is it okay if I grab this?
Yeah, I mean, if you can just take the whole thing, that'd be cool too.
Sure.
All right, cool, thanks.
Appreciate it.
So you don't want to work though?
Well, I mean, right now, I have a thing going, but this does look great.
Sorry, he's under my employee right now, so he can't.
Oh, you own him?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Well,
She likes to believe that. It's okay. We'll talk later.
okay. Well, when you're done with it, then can I?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't think I'm going to be done with him anytime soon.
Okay. Well, just keep me posted. You know where I am.
Yeah, absolutely.
In big
Well, thank you, kind folk. I got a lot of stuff to maintain here, so if you need something else, you know where I am. But thanks for taking that garbage.
Yep.
That'd be great.
That's no problem. Just call me the garbage man. Let's go.
Dale is not very kind to your people.
Fine.
Doesn't feel good, does it?
Doesn't bother me at all.
So we sold it. You wanted to head over to the apothecary / doctor / whatever you want to label it as.
Yes.
Did you have anywhere in mind? That you wanted
No,
to
I
go?
thought before you do that, I thought we were heading to the windmill, or is this the windmill?
Oh, we're talking about it.
Yeah.
Those windmills literally are just windmills.
We gotta check them out.
We gotta check them out.
Okay, go and make investigation checks. All with advantage. You're gonna take all the. We'll keep rolling until you roll natural 20s. I don't care.
23.
24, and because I've got it to spare, stroke of genius. 29.
16.
Okay.
I'll stroke of genius that too.
You remember the grain that you were talking about that comes from these tubing.
Tubies. Where tubies? Two.
No, these windmills are actually a
That's
collection.
actually a common thing. Yeah, you're going.
Are they?
Yeah.
It collects to a battery. The wind from the windmill.
Mhm.
There's a battery down at the bottom of these. Looks like it was a piece of technology that's actually holding some power, going back to the building that he resides in, Dale resides in. But it's also a giant silo of it. So inside here, it's actually a reserve of all those green particles that are accumulated through the two E's.
Yo, mad props.
And not getting canceled for it.
Give it time. Mine is still young.
Someone would have to identify that we did this crap.
But so yeah, there's not a single phenome that exists in every language. Clicks are one of the more rare phenomes, but it does exist in more than one. It's in several languages, so that's kind of cool.
It's a thing that people can do as a universal thing. It's not.
Well, that's what it. So it's interesting. If you look at certain phenomes that exist, there's certain phenomes that some people cannot produce because of like fuck outs and stuff. And so it's weird that there's some language that persists that some people of their culture cannot actually speak. You know, like it's a thing that's kind of weird to consider because you could just phase it out.
And you could, but also, like, people have a problem with losing their culture, right?
Well, I'm talking about over hundreds of generations. So.
So that's the silos or windmills.
But then why do we keep, like, lisps? Why do we insist on having tons of words that just make people with lisps absolutely unable to say them?
Well, just like by putting an S in the word list.
Yes.
Well, I have a.
Yep, sure do.
Two of them, really.
aren't common. They're in our society. We're not going to change it just because of.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the same thing with the clicks, though, right? Like it more often than not, people can do them, but there are.
The TH sound is actually the more common ones. So,
Face effect?
What?
Make face effect?
Yeah.
So where did you guys like to go next? Did you have anywhere in mind that you wanted to go in particular?
Can we just for the sake of this, I don't have anywhere in particular. Well, I do want to go say hi to what's his face.
Good
Okay.
Put yourself in one thought.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah, Sharish. But can we just say that these windmills were incredible and we got crap tons of gold?
I get some really, really good notes.
Can we just please?
Oh yeah, it's filled with candy. I want you to add up next time we're with Dan and say like
3 pages of notes on the windmills here, but it's 4. So let's go with
We literally found a bag of gold in a dragon's pouch.
whatever your dragon is. It's all toy that you found in that pouch. Bags and bags of it.
We don't even say it's toilet. We just found a bag of money.
Chocolate coins.
Yeah, dude.
covered in chitlin blood.
So as you
Only makes it happy for you.
Souls are what kind of blood in town.
Chickens don't have souls.
Ooh,
you guys travel back across the main town square over towards
Don't-
Detmore's.
don't bird people actually consider chickens to be more soulful?
No, I believe it's closer to their god,
God,
but
right.
they don't have souls.
I would think that we would think that they would be more soulful.
There's no soul in the life version as opposed to dissension. So, soul as in life. So blood, while it carries life, is not all life. So that's what I care about. Get the blood out of those lives.
I'm talking
Seems like
philosophically.
killing things?
Oh,
Well, after much consideration, yes.
It took me a while to get that.
So you arrive at Detnor's, the doctor's
Yep.
establishment, and you enter the abode of the doctor, and it looks like almost like a potion shop slash doctor's office at the same time. So it looks like there's a little storefront for checking out, but then also it looks like there's like a waiting room for sitting and actually going to visit a doctor. And a Salamarian comes out in the back room behind the checkout counter and is presented. Hello, what brings you into my abode?
Are you Jet Noir?
What?
We travel from Gromer. And we came from the lieutenant. What's the name of the head of the prison? He was the colonel. The colonel sent us down here to retrieve some potions that he said that you've been sending his way.
I don't know how much business I did with the colonel.
Well, it was for people in his employ.
Beetlevix? I do
You bored?
Beetlevix. I did a lot of transactions with from Promer.
Perhaps. I mean, ultimately, the colonel's the one who sent us on the mission. I don't know if he was hoping to get something you were supplying to Beetlevix.
Interesting. Let me. I'll have to get. Like I said, thinking back, I don't.
He said there was something He said that the potions he needed for his his uh his prisoners. Something about they were using them.
Interesting. I'll have to look through my records. Nothing comes to mind, but we go through potions all the time here. Like it's and that's why everyone here in town is so happy and so content. Is like you take care of them.
Oh, well, you just give potions out to the populace?
I give is a loosely used word. It's we facilitate their needs here. We make sure that everyone's okay. Making sure everyone's happy and content and
Do I want to say like his
you saying your
dome?
it's a tinge, but not it's not any more or less than what was outside.
So this dude is still just drugging the whole town. Why? Other minds.
Insight.
Why do you think that the top prize is weed?
Not we. 26.
Yeah, he
Just in presence to the
is
nth degree.
making everyone happy. He is making sure that everyone is content and taken care of, quote unquote. But also just
Not like that.
completely living in a secluded, kind of shelled off environment from everything else in life. They're not really dealing with stresses and worries. They're happy.
The I take one of the vials because we have many. We had a couple of them that we
I
swiped
think-
from
Well, James had
James. Had.
you had the one that was found emptied at the ring.
So, and so I pulled that out and like, this was the empty that he gave
Oh
me.
yes, yes, I've seen those vials before.
This is your moniker.
Oh yeah, yes. Those are test vials, I would say. They were samples essentially for different concoctions that we were trying here. So I would say that may have been a bad batch, I would guess.
Well, they were asking for more of them, so I don't think it was a bad batch.
Well, were they asking for more samples? Because we have other kinds. We have other things that we're trying still.
Well, what is it supposed to do? Because you just played it as a bad batch, but they wanted more of it. So I'm curious.
They're trying things. Like the what is it going to do? It's trial and error. Like if they're using them because they're wanting to be our test subjects, we give them to out a really cheap price. They could just be doing us a favor. What happened? Do you know?
Like I said, more or less just doing a favor for the Colonel. He was helping me out with, well, they seem to be experts on automatons, so they were helping me out with some things, and I offered, and they asked if I'd run this errand for them.
Okay, this is making sense now. So
So maybe they were just looking for more of the
yeah,
samples.
he literally like stops paying attention to what you're saying and starts playing through different scenarios in his head of like why the samples would be going to the Colonel, and understanding that they were using the prisoners as test subjects as to see what would actually happen with these results would probably be given back through automatons or anyone else, Beetle Vix, the game master, like all the people that actually did transactions here.
Yeah.
And just kind of playing through all these scenarios in his head, kind of ignoring.
Ignoring what I'm saying.
And, yeah,
He's hearing he's hearing the message, but not listening to the words.
Yeah. All right. Now that we have that figured out, what can I actually do for you? You want the samples? Is that what you want?
Functionally, why they sent me here.
Okay. He reaches into the back corner. He actually like reaches around the back wall and just grabs like a container, and it's very. Nope. Still means something different.
Not not what he'd expected.
It's very similar to the case of vials that you found in the game master's room.
Okay.
where it just had a whole bunch of them, which were all different colored, but still all have the same etchings that James took. He mentioned that they were there, but not that he stole them. But that's what you guys. He hands you another assortment of like a dozen of them. Different. They're all just small vials. They all have the DN on them.
So, do you have any idea what these things do?
No, I don't.
So, did you make them?
I made some of them. I did a lot of testing on them. As far as what they should be doing, I don't know for sure on how they 100% work and turn out. I have some business associates that help as well, just concoct the potions.
So, you know that they're going to go into people, and you don't have a clue what they do?
Hey, if they're willing to take these potions, then more power to them. I'm not telling them they have to take these potions. I'm not using them as test subjects.
That's very slippery slope.
What do you mean?
That is a wildly slippery slope. I sold him bullets, and I never saw him again. I didn't facilitate what happened. Right.
But is there anything else of interest other than that? Going back to the colonel.
I'm interested in pushing him. I'm interested in understanding where, kind of pressing on where he's actually getting them from to follow this supply upstream. Is ultimately where I'm looking to go with this.
Make a persuasion. A persuasion.
13.
13. I can't give away all my ways, and I mean what my profession is. I don't sit there and try getting into your profession. So like we can discuss, but I mean behind the scenes is behind the scenes.
What is his profession?
I don't know. It's probably not a doctor though. Are you a doctor? Oh, okay. Well, let's solve that.
Just experience what you thought his profession.
He looks like he's got a shield. Are you a soldier? Are you a warrior?
Something along those lines.
See?
Go.
Go fight some stuff, right? You want some potions? I got some health potions. You need some health potions?
I could use some health potion.
No, I don't.
I can use any form of healing.
That's what.
Yeah.
Like. Well,
Yeah.
that's good.
I can use any form of healing.
That's what I assume.
As we continue to talk and banter and dance around the fact that he's not going to tell me what I clearly want to know, I'm going to be looking at things around the shop, trying to discern if I can get any additional clues as to where this is coming from or other things to look for. Because clearly he's not making his own potions, and they're coming from somewhere else. Presumably he's either, I was going to use the word conspiring, that's too negative of context, but whoever he's collaborating with?
Sure. Make an investigation check just to see how much you're gonna discern looking around the shop.
Just 8, so, and I'll use my own thing, so that gives me to 16.
16. What you notice on the shelves, kind of in the area, are a lot of natural remedies. So it's talking about some of the tree, like different trees in the area, potion, tonic. You know, like using natural substances around the area to create these potions. Then you see a few that say like Phylozine speed and a Wathlo stamina. Like all the creatures that are in the area as well also have some tonics that look like they potentially would do something as well. So it's all natural substances that are used to make these potions. If that makes sense.
The
Yeah.
natural emotions.
Okay. So I'm not gonna get to where I need to go. Ultimately, like I said, I'm looking at where it goes. So I think I'm interested in, obviously, the primary piece is making sure that we can get to the Derby on time, which is still for a little while.
It's
But I'm planning on trying to.
still before noon on this Thursday. So
I'll be deploying my homunculus servant to kind of watch this space on the comings and goings. To see if
outside or inside?
Okay. Yeah, outside the building. I mean, it's small. It's only.
Yeah. I just didn't
hiding
know if you were.
inside.
I didn't know if you were trying to keep it in here.
Oh,
It's
no,
a
no, no,
completely
no, no,
different
no,
story.
no, no. And looking for what would look like a supplier, looking for who's conversing with, how things are coming and going, and if ultimately I see him going places, keeping an eye on.
Is anyone else doing anything here?
Not this show.
Like I said, this is still before noon, so let's just say 11 o'clock for simplicity, 10:30, somewhere in that range. What does anyone else wish to do on Thursday before the tournament events? You want to go see Sherry?
And send some messages.
Okay, let's
Oh.
you want to
Yeah, let's do those and then be done.
Sure.
It's just
Forever.
no, just he's fading. I'm getting there. It's been a long day.
What do you mean?
Okay, do you want to send
Yeah.
the messages? So,
Yeah. So first, I want to send one to Beetleborg.
Okay. sending's a level 3 spell, right?
Yeah, I think I've got slots to do this all
The three?
in one go. You know,
Yeah, I think you have 3 slots, but yeah, you can also cast it at level 4 if you needed.
and I can also make it a ritual.
But that takes an hour to cast.
But I got time.
You got time. But the Beetle Dicks first.
Yeah. We definitely. I have two, and so the third one would be
The ritual.
yeah, ritual.
Send for kickboxing.
So, first one, we are racing in tournament. Want you to sponsor. We'll put sticker promoting you on car. Give us money, please.
Why, hello! I could be persuaded to sponsor your vehicle.
What? Mortality.
Well, he's getting a message back from Beetlebix. The Beetlebix always was kind of the insurance.
Oh, we're picturing this one.
Well, he's hearing.
Oh, that's right, because you can actually hear it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How much money are we sponsoring? Yep. It would be another sending spell, or you could just do it another time.
I will send to him again, and then I'll use my familiar to go take a message to the other place.
To TikTok.
Yeah.
The low price of $10.
Just jack up the price. Just give us money, please.
That was what the first guy said.
Right?
Literally.
As much as you can, preferably.
All of your. You might as well say all of your.
Preferably.
More in large bills.
1,000?
Untraceable.
Is that one word or two?
1,000. Type in.
1,000.
1,000 on the other hand would be one word, but
Wait, what?
1,000 is one
Yeah.
word.
Yeah.
1,000,000. I just set numbers to them. That's one word. 4 characters.
Wait,
Also-
that's 5 characters. No,
As Wilford, if he will donate to our cause in well.
as well.
As well.
I was thinking in well.
I can ask him. Seems suspect, but I will get back to you shortly.
Okay. Technically, we need 2,000.
He wants multiple sponsors.
I understand. And if he gets 2,000 from everybody,
We also still have backup chains.
you do know that he has sending himself.
Yep.
He'll be able to reply to you when he needs to.
I will use my ritual.
Sending to TikTok.
Yep.
I'm sitting here watching you make favorite cat rituals.
Okay, you're gonna sit there and just have a ritual on the ground. What's your ritual for sending look like? You dance in a circle for a while doing that.
Yeah, work from any move.
It's gotta be a very interesting. But at the center of it is an arrow, and the arrow points to the general direction of where I think the person is. Thank you,
Alright.
So yeah.
So you set that up. Takes 10 minutes to kind of prep, and you now have a sending set up towards TikTok.
Hey pal.
Is that one word? Hey, pal.
It is now.
That's good.
yeah, if you were hockey bias, you can really. I think I'm in trouble. I need some help. Who?
If you don't make any pauses in your words, like
Right.
if I let it help, like, that's one word. Hey pal, in a race, want sponsors, looking for cash.
Ow.
We'll put a sticker.
Pronounce decal.
On something. She doesn't know it's a decal.
Okay, fair enough.
What the hell's a decal? What do you put decals on in this universe?
Record. So yes, decal. Sticker to
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Canon.
Yep.
Decals don't exist. Stickers do.
Well,
Sticker.
decals exist, no one knows that.
Yeah.
Or no.
It's you.
Wait.
Oh, you did more. Sorry.
I have words left.
You do.
Purple monkey dishwasher.
You are the best.
You're the best. Oh, nice.
Nice.
I'll convince.
Yo.
Your normal response time is typical, like pretty quick.
Yeah.
This one is delayed.
Mm.
There's a pause. There's a hesitation to a response, and as it comes back, that's something I could do for you, Big D. I may need assistance, though, from you. Please. Al.
I feel like a return question of "Are you in danger?" needs to be sent.
Yeah, I can't say the word though, I guess.
Oh, you had a level 1 slot.
It's a level 3 spell.
Oh,
So she's burning through all of her spell slots right now and the ritual.
Wait. I don't have any fours.
I think.
4 5s. I got 4th.
Oh, never.
I have 4th and 5th level spells. I do not have 4th and 5th level slots. How far away is the nearest Tell Tower?
legitimate question.
It's legitimate. You don't know yet. What? You haven't found one from here. Cromer is the closest one, and you're.
It's ways away, especially considering around the back.
You haven't.
Okay.
You haven't traveled south from here.
I scribble a note, and have. I forget what my bird's name is called. Not go take it. The note is just like more than willing to help out. What do you need help?
Have
I mean, realistically, bird travel is 2 days travel. So
There's a
it's
day
gonna
and a
be.
half travel.
So you're probably talking a few hours minimum of the bird flight.
This bird is a quick bird, if I remember correctly. How far can the familiar go?
Well, it's
You can't see through it anymore.
we talked about it because it is my actual,
Bird.
but we just made it more familiar-esque. Like it was more like becoming attuned to it.
If you can for next session, have something.
Okay.
Because I think it'd be fun
Yeah,
to.
you're probably talking. If you're talking actual space, you can travel for 12 hours on the day with the cart. You're probably talking.
I was kind of
120 miles.
I was looking at more like 10 hours of travel a day.
Yeah, but even then, you're still. Yeah, you're talking somewhere that like. I'm picturing that with like carts, you're going, call it 6 miles an hour, maybe 10 miles an hour tops. And so you're talking, you know, 100 to 150.
But that's also through forest and stuff, and the bird could just go whoosh.
Well, I was assuming road for the carts. and such
You
and stuff.
avoided most roads. So
Yeah.
ultimately, how fast can I get there? We'll play it by ear a little bit, but we'll get a message.
Still
back.
good plot there.
Yep, plot driven.
Plot speed.
Like I said, have something for next week.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to just kind of have in place. It's like I said, I kind of documented here that it's 11 o'clock basically in Google House. Is where we're gonna pick up next time.
Done.
And if anyone watches / listens, we appreciate everyone joining us on this wild, crazy, ridiculous D&D driven campaign. And you all in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2
weeks.
weeks. The camera stayed working.
It did after we set up.